Hey guys, it's Corey here. I just wanted to let you all know that I'm doing alright, things are good. I'm actually doing alright. Nothing new really is happening. It's, weather's been kind of weird lately. Like, it's raining, it's snowing, and then it's dry, like, it can't decide what it wants to do. Anyway, so since nothing's going on really with me at the moment, I want to talk about GunZ The Last Duel. I want to talk about some of the different game modes that there are. Remember last time where I said like the admins do stuff like events and all that? Well, I'm able to show you some events that happened. They are going to be dodgeball and hide and seek. Now, while hide and seek may sound boring or whatever, it's actually pretty fun because you're really tense. Because you don't know if the admin's going to find you or not. And with the different maps there are, in this case, dungeon, there's plenty of places to hide from, yet it's still tense no matter what. Let's see, dodgeball, it takes place in the basketball court on the map here, where all you simply do is just dodge a barrage of rockets. It's really fun as well because when hit you're dead, so yeah. You best be careful about that. And the way the event stuff works is that there are multiple winners, so each of those winners can get 100 E coins, which are event coins, which you use at the event shop for some pretty cool stuff. So, yeah. There's a lot of things to go there, and while they might not have events too often, they do have them more than what the original GMs at EG on GunZ did then. It's just something fun. It makes things a lot of fun, and everybody's just awesome. Let's see. Now, for game modes and stuff, there's a few that I want to talk about. Some that I haven't seen before, but I've played, and they have some interesting twists on them. Like, for example, Bounty Hunter, I think it's called, where one person has a bounty on them, and everybody can kill each other, or they can try to kill them as well. Their damage is still normal as far as I'm aware. However, they have very high defenses. I was playing with a friend of mine. Well, he got the bounty on him. He's low level, and other people still have a hard time killing him, even those pro PvP players. That's how much defense a person has. It's awesome. You glow like you're the berserker, but you're not the berserker. Speaking of berserker stuff, there's a mode called reverse berserker. Damage is normal. However, the twist is that everybody's HP and AP slowly regenerates over time if they aren't hit. I found that to be a little interesting myself. There's capture the flag as well, which is pretty interesting. At each spawn point for red and blue, there's a flag, and of course the other team has to go get the enemy's flag and whatnot. So it makes it a little bit difficult because you're gonna want at least somebody to stay behind to try to defend the flag. Also, in capture the flag, your team cannot score if your flag is not returned, and same goes for the other team. It's pretty interesting because you could put things at a standstill, like, do I want to risk going out there? Or, you know. Now, unlike TDM and stuff, you know, people respawn just to make it fair and all that. And then there's assassination. As it sounds, you got to assassinate the key enemy on the other team. And then there's someone on your team that you have to try and protect. So, yeah. I mean, you can kill the other players if you want, and make the boss or the target enemy more vulnerable, or you can go target the enemy as well.
Ooh,
I'm not the best at PvP, but I can still have fun. And then there's Gladiator and Team Gladiator. Team Gladiator, much like Team Deathmatch, you gotta kill all the other enemies on the other team, except you're only allowed melee weapons. It makes it for a very intense fight, and chaotic as well, because everybody can just get so close together, and it's just like, where am I, who's where, and all that. What's going on? It's amusing. Gladiator is kind of like the same way, except it's everybody versus everybody, and there's no team, so everybody respawns and all that. And who knows if somebody's going to come up right behind you and slash your back or something. There's a game mode called The Duel. Now, what that is that it puts two people together, and then anybody else that's in the room is a spectator. So they get to watch, and they just click to change between people. And so you're watching over them almost as if you're actually playing them, but you're not. And if the person you're watching dies, the announcer will say, lose. Sometimes people make fake bets on to see who wins or whatever. It's all fun and games. And if you win, you get to continue on and on until you die. So yeah, if you're going to do that, you better make sure that you're really skilled. Unlike me, where I am absolutely terrible. There's also quest mode as well, and survival. Survival mode is... I want to say it's not anywhere near as good as quest mode. It's not worth it, honestly, but you can still play it for fun if you want, because it's 100 waves, but however, everything is weak at start and it gradually goes stronger every 5 rooms. So, yeah. And it's kind of tough depending on the map and all that, because of how spacing is, and where the enemies spawn, and what enemies spawn. And what enemy is the boss and all that. It gets really tough. I've yet to see anybody complete all 100 rounds. And then there's regular quest mode, where there's 3 different maps: mansion, prison, and dungeon. You can just do quests with torn pages. If you're at minimum 13, you have to use torn page 13 minimum to do quest level 2, torn page 25 for level 3, 41 for level 4, and 65 for level 5. Now, the reason that there's different quest levels is because enemies are harder, yes. However, there's more enemies that spawn, and there's a higher chance for you to get stuff to make bosses. Boss items, whatever you want to call it. I call them boss items. So, you can be able to get stuff to make, like a Goblin King, Fake Goblin King, Lizard Man, Ancient Golem, and all that stuff. Unfortunately, I don't have any boss items right now. I need to do some hunting to get some. It's more fun with friends than alone. I mean, questing with friends, it's easier and harder at the same time, because you could accidentally cross someone's path and either get them killed or you can get yourself killed on accident. So there's a little bit to look out for. And also for people that like block and stuff, if you're near them and you strike and while they're blocking, you can accidentally hit their blade and get yourself stunned for like a second. So that'll leave you vulnerable, and if there's a big group of enemies around there, you're kind of out of luck. So you have to be fairly strategic about what you do. I mean, there's some patterns you can figure out, but you know, if one person screws it up, you know, there's a chance that it can ruin everything. And also friendly fire in quest mode. So you're trying to shoot enemies and stuff, and a person is like tumbling backwards or whatever while you're trying to shoot. You end up shooting them instead. You're going to slow the person tumbling backwards down. No friendly fire is enabled. However, you can slow them down, which is a bit of a pain, because you can accidentally get somebody killed like that, and then they're going to be mad. And like, you shot me! I've had my fair share of doing that on accident, and I've gotten chewed out a couple of times about it before. For recommended weapons for quest, I like to use assault rifles like the Maxwell guns, and I like to use daggers, because I can't use sword that well and do butterfly technique and all that. With dagger, I can just move around freely while striking and dash anywhere at any time I need, because I can't block with a dagger, so I have to be more evasive. But yeah, there's a lot of game modes to play, and you don't have to stick to one or the other. You know, you can always just go bounce to other things and stuff. Like, I quest mostly, because I am terrible at PvP. However, sometimes I take breaks from quests and go PvP just for fun, you know, to have a little bit of change in what I'm doing. Because if you're doing the same thing, you know, you're going to get a little tired of it and you're going to need to do something else. And what better way than to do PvP and have some fun and probably get your ass kicked. Anyway, yeah, you can find GunZ The Last Duel at the website down in the description below. And registration is easy. It's all free as well. And again, if you do register, you get 100 P coins upon registering. And remember, if you refer a friend, you can get extra coins as well, 50 per person. Join up. Come be part of the community. Help the community grow. And that way we could do more events. And just, you know, have a lot of fun. And have the admins help out a lot more people. Yeah, speaking about helping people and admins, if you guys want to make a clan or whatever and you don't have enough people, you want to contact this person named Monk. He is the owner of the server, and he can he can make your clan for you if you tell him what it is. He did that for me, and I'm really appreciative of it, because I don't know about you guys, but for me, trying to find 4 other people to make a clan with can be pretty difficult. So, yeah. You can talk to him, or if he's not on, talk to one of the staff, and they can contact him to do that. And for leveling up and stuff, most of the admins will do some quests for you, because they have this ability to enable even level 1 people to do bosses and stuff, whereas you would normally need to be level 5. So, yeah, admins will help you level up and get bounty really quick. So that way you can have better gear right off the bat, you know. And usually they have a lot of bosses on them. And with what they've got equipped, the bosses will go down in pretty much an instant. Because of their huge... well, some of them use... or there's one I know that uses a sword that has infinite range and does like infinite damage, I think. Everyone else really uses rocket launchers for that. It's kind of interesting to see nothing but like a wave of white smoke, and then almost everything is dead. So, come on and join the GunZ community at GunZ The Last Duel. We are all appreciative to have you around. And remember, if you join, say El Cheapo sent you. Or not, it's fine. Just, yeah, come on and join and have some fun with everybody. It's pretty much vanilla GunZ. None of the other stuff where you have everything accessed right off the bat. If anybody likes the old GunZ where you had to work for stuff, you know, it's not as boring because you don't want to be bored with everything, or having everything. Come on down. I'll have a link in the description below for the website where you need to go so you can register and download everything. I look forward to seeing everybody. Take care.